So Icon, and I like to get openers. This time I actually needed an opener. I had a gig before. I needed an opener this time, and like to give people opportunities, whatever. And the point isn't necessarily like who the person is, it's just what they did. The whole point is because I already spoke to them.
Yeah.
But anyway, get this opener. I put it on Instagram. He replied. He was like, "Yo, I'm down. Let's do it." I go, boom, perfect. Like, we follow each other for a minute. I see you doing your thing. Out where where you're at. Like let's do it. Let's crank it. And didn't really ask any questions. I was like, it's pretty open format. Like whatever the crowd asks from you, just give it to them.
Yeah.
Which I think you guys both do that night.
Yeah.
That's what that night kind of requires. I was like, bro, go crazy. And also, Icon Saturday is no joke. That room fills 11:15, 11:30. It's full.
Right. Yeah.
So like, just because you're like, it's not one of those opening things where it's going to be dead, and you'll just get a nod off in the last 5 minutes. It's not like that at all. Like you do have to DJ and really play a crowd. So, but I was like, he seemed like I said, he wasn't just a nobody necessarily. Like he did his thing, seemed active. So I was like, I think he got it. He'll be fine. And so I show up from after my gig. I show up, and I walk into that booth, and the CDJs and S9 are off. They're not even on. The light, like the screens aren't on. There's no lights, and he's playing on an SRT. And I literally go, what the fuck is this? Like even like, and I feel bad because it was very rude of me. I didn't even say hi. I just go, yo, what the fuck is this? And I was like, yo, my bad. What's up? Like, good to see you. And I go, dude, what is this? And he goes, and he looks at me and he goes, nah, that shit fucks up with my computer.
What?
And I go, what the fuck are you talking? I go, this is what DJs play on. This is what DJs play on every week. It's not that it fucks with your computer. Is that you don't know how to play on it.
Yeah.
And I go, why didn't you tell me that? That you don't know how to play. Mind you, this dude has played at venue before. That's why I was like, oh, everything's gonna be Gucci. And I was like, what the fuck did you do at venue? He goes, I brought my controller. I go, bro, why didn't you tell me that? So now I'm like really angry. I'm like, why the fuck didn't you tell me that? Oh, I didn't think it was a big deal. It is. You know why? Because, and I realized this the second that the CD, because since the CDJs and the mixer and the S9 were off, that means he's not running out of that mixer. The master is going straight into his controller.
Yep.
So I'm like, so what am I gonna do when you're done? Because he's going to another gig after. He's like, yo, this is perfect. I'll open for you because I got to run to another gig anyway. Like that's fine.
Oh my.
So I go. What's gonna happen when you're done? You tell me. Oh no, we can just there's two XLRs. We just switch one XLR. You start playing. I switch the other XLR. I go, bro. This isn't a fucking hookah lounge, bro. This isn't like this is Saturday night in downtown Boston. Bro.
Prime time now.
I go, and that's gonna happen. And you get to leave, and I have to deal with it at midnight.
Set up everything,
and I have to, and we have to like pretend that like something. You know what I mean? I am livid at this point. I'm just like, how do you not tell me that you don't know? Like, just so I can at least anticipate it and like figure it out. Like, well, I wouldn't. I would have just replaced him. But
yeah.
The fact that I'm walking into this, and this is how I find it.
Jesus Christ.
And I'm just like, I'm like shaking. I'm so angry, and I'm just like. I can't believe this is fucking up. And I was just like, yo, I need to stop. Like, and this is why, like, now I'm like, I need to stop giving opportunities.
Yeah.
Because then I deal with it. You see what I'm saying? Oh my God. And so when it was time to go on, I go to the lighting. I go, the music's going to shut off. I go, give me a blackout. Everything is fine. And give me 5 seconds. He goes, okay. And I like to do like set starter stuff where like I give a blackout anyway, so like it wasn't going to be.
But where was the controller on top of the setup?
Oh, this was another thing. No, it wasn't. So, cool. So okay, so the Icon DJ booth, for those who don't know, it's not that big. It's wide enough where you can comfortably fit a normal setup, have a computer on the right side because the lighting and audio guy is on your left side. Recently, they just updated their lighting and audio, so now they have this giant, like a mixer like this, but bigger, way bigger.
Right.
That takes up way more space. So there's no longer any space on the left side. None. There's like inches. So he set up on that right-handed space. So I get there, I go, where do I put my computer? Like I'm just asking him questions. I'm like, since you're a fucking genius, like tell me how I do this. So I had to like put it under the try not to disconnect. I mean, it was off, but like I had to like maneuver it.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, bro, like this is a fucking nightmare. And
mind you, with like 500 people in front of you.
Yeah. Like by the time I got there, it was full.
Yeah.
Like
That's tough.
And I'm just like so fucking mad. And so, you know, when it was time, I go, yo, you're gonna bomb it. Don't say anything. Actually, we're not even there yet because it gets worse.
Oh boy.
So I'm already pissed off, and I'm like, it was like maybe like 11:25. I was like, I told him midnight, but at this point, like, fuck him. Like, I'm gonna give him like 20 more minutes just because I'm kind of nice. Sicko mode drops, and I go, oh god. I start laughing. I start shaking my head. Rich Flex drops.
Oh my god.
I go, oh god. And this is with Sean P. Shout out Sean P. He's at the table at my right.
Yeah.
And I look at him and I'm just like, dude, I go, I'm good. He was dropping songs like that. He played Titanium. He played like big records.
Big records.
At 11:40, I go, yo, you're done. I go, you have one more. You have one more. Oh, one more? Yeah, one more. And then now it's time to switch. And I just go, lighting edge, just make it black. I go, you don't touch anything. I'm gonna do it. Take an XLR, boom. So now it's dead silent for the longest 5 seconds of my life, right?
Of course.
Go on, and it's good. The whole time he's like, sorry, man, I'm so sorry. And I go, bro, just leave. Please just leave. Because now I'm DJing and like, please. So I do my thing, and it ends up being fine. But oh my God, I was so fucking angry.
And people, you have to understand, dead time, like in seconds, it's like it's hours.
And I do want to say that, like,
it feels like hours.
My whole point isn't the whole, I play on a controller. Like, it's not necessarily that. It's the lack of communication.
Yeah.
It's the lack of professionalism.
Yeah.
And then at that point, the lack of just like consideration of like my setup. Because again, it's not like I could have. If he stayed there, I would have probably just played on the SRT.
Yeah.
Right.
But he knew that I wasn't going to be able to play on it, and the shit is just turned off.
I'm leaving after this, by the way.
You see what I mean? So I'm just like,
dude.
Yeah, it's like, hey, you figure it out.
Yeah, exactly.
And if he was considerate and knew his equipment, he would know that he could go RCA into one of your channels.
Right, exactly.
And not compromise.
That's what I'm saying.
No
that's
issues.
what I'm saying. So that's why when I said, so at first I was like, oh, he's just running into one of the channels. I go, wait, this is
Everything's
off.
Yeah.
I go, the lights aren't even on.
That's hard.
And I go, how are you running this? He goes, oh, the masters, the XLRs are. And I go, you motherfucker. I was like, you son of a bitch, bro. I was like, you tell me how I'm gonna do this.
I would have been like, I'm DJing on your shit for the rest of the night. I don't know what you're gonna use, but I'm using this for the rest of the night.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'm curious what you guys would have done.
I would have did that on purpose, and I'm like, all right, I dare you to shut it off. I dare you to shut it off. I'm gonna call the security and kick you out, and I'm gonna use your equipment until I'm done, and then when I'm done, you can come pick it up.
Damn.
Dude. I would have done that because that's some asshole shit.
And to me, I'm like, yo. Like so so when I do these whole like, hey, I need like looking for an opener, like whatever, the DMs flood, and obviously I kind of do my due diligence to be like, okay, like I think this would be a better pick, like whatever, and whatever. So like him reaching out, like he wanted to do this, like he wanted this gig. You see what I'm saying? For whatever reason. So I'm just like, this is how you gonna do me?